Listen, I have an idea.
It's how I feel when you make lemonade. Whatever today has given you. 511 headaches, still call it Thanksgiving. True.
Welcome to another edition of the Super Duper Podcast. I'm your host, Rob Griggs, here with the super producer, Ez McMahon.
Yes. What's going on, Rob? How you doing, man?
I'm good, my man. How about yourself?
I am doing very well. Glad to be here.
I'm a bit knackered, bruv, but we're going to make it happen.
All right.
Thank you for checking out the Super Duper Pod. We do not take your listeners lightly. Make sure you follow us on all socials. What up, Sarah? SUPADUPAPOD and online at hp53productions.com and also on YouTube at HP53 Productions. You'll find all of our content, such as the Easy Smoke and GM podcast. You guys record this week?
We have not.
Okay.
We have not. I think we've been a little too down after the 52.
Yeah, that was rough.
21.
That was rough.
Bears lost there.
That was rough. I think about you, man. I do. I'm like, yeah. I'm not gonna text him. I hit him Tuesday.
That was rough. That was a rough game.
Well, you know, if you need Bears therapy, it's only third week, man. We already in Bears therapy, but you know, make sure you follow Easy Smoke and GM podcast for more Bears therapy, and find us in like, subscribe, share wherever you listen to this podcast. Be it on Spotify, bruv. Wonderful place. Leave your comments. Let us know if you like it or if you love it, because that's the only two options. So today, as you know, usually we always cracking jokes. This stuff is funny, but you know, this Jimmy Kimmel thing and the president of the United States. And if you haven't seen it, or you just haven't turned on your TV at all or looked at anything, every pod I listen to, dog, like sports pod, news pod, is talking about, you know, Jimmy Kimmel being suspended indefinitely by ABC for comments he made on his show on Monday. And essentially, the large issue, of course, is this was enhanced, or I should say, encouraged greatly by the administration, by the president-appointed FCC chairman, right? And you think about 20 years ago, even like in Living Color, something like that, like they just making fun of everybody, anything, and it's just you never thought the FCC would, like it's been so many people, and we talk about sirens often on the show, right? Just you got to see the warning signs. Colbert was a warning sign. It was like, oh, whoa, that happened. And it's like, thought that was the last time that was going to happen. And here we have it, right? Jimmy Kimmel, one of the biggest he probably is the biggest talk show host on late night TV. And you have our president and the FCC chair like celebrating this like it's a victory. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I didn't know that was the job. You know what I'm saying? Like it's wars happening. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of stuff going on. I didn't know this was like top priority.
It's never been.
Yeah. And the reason I wanted to, this probably, we could say this maybe a mini pod of sorts, but I think it, as I was preparing for the show today, I didn't have much because it's like, I just kept thinking like, wow, what does this mean for like what we do? You and I are content creators, right? And we talk about stuff and we disagree with things that happen, but that's kind of the whole point of the discourse. And I will say, even when you look at sports shows, like, think of sports shows specifically, and shout out to Molly Karam and First Take. But it's like, that the whole point, now sometimes they argue a little too much, right? It's too much debate there. It's like they just argue just to argue. But I think we've gotten away just in general of being able to say, I disagree with what you say, or I don't like what you do. And and especially in comedy, I'm just making a joke about it. And I feel like, man, being president, yeah, you're the leader of the free world. You know what I'm saying? You make a lot of hard decisions, but like you are also, I think it goes with the job. You are just the topic of everybody's jokes and conversation for 4 years. You know what I'm saying? You are the main target of jokes, right? And they were talking about a quote by Joe Biden. I guess some people said some stuff about him. And he was like, hey, it's freedom of speech. They're allowed to disagree with me and comments and say what they need to say. And he kept it pushing, right? But it's like, when you're the boss, everybody talks about the boss. That's the point of being the boss. When you are the boss, they talk about you, man. You know what I mean? Why you do it this way? Why you doing it for him? Man, if I had this, that's you the boss. That's how it goes. But it feels like our leader of our country don't like that. You know what I'm saying? It's just was shocking. And I think it makes me think about it's like where does this leave us in the future, right? Because we keep saying it. We only 9 months in. We only 9 months in, dog. Like he has changed television, bro. Like that wasn't on the bingo card of
No.
what was going to be changed this year. You know what I'm saying? It's two. We got two wars popping off, and this has been the main focus, man. You got any immediate thoughts before we move? Keep going.
It's censorship.
Yeah.
It's man. We're getting to a point where it's almost state-run media. That's the direction we're going into.
And it's wild
And
because go
and
ahead, make a point.
that's crazy. Well,
Yeah.
go ahead.
No. And I'm sorry. I asked for your thought, and I had a thought, so my bad.
Go
I'm being
ahead.
Republican, but no, it's like it's the antithesis of what that party was saying before, right? Like we gotta get the government out of it, right? It's too much government, right? That was the whole bag, big bad government. We don't need it, and like legit, they run the TV.
No.
Whoa, you know what I'm saying? So I think that was something that just was just shocking and like happening right in front of us. And shout out to Sarah. We had a conversation over text today. Just kind of thinking about what to do moving forward, like in terms of because now videos that are up that may be have just some disparagement about Trump depending on your platform are getting taken down, right? And they are like taking people's accounts away. You know what I'm saying? Is
Well,
and
who's taking them down?
like certain platforms, like I don't want to name them, but it was
Okay.
like there's certain platforms out there that are like if there are certain videos that like say Trump is bad, and for these reasons they like are canceling your account. I think she sent me a note. Some people are looking for you have to show them your photo ID before you can like get your account reopened. It's like what is that? That other stuff is free. You know what I mean? And it's like that's where we get into. And that's we ended up here. After the
Yes,
election
that's ridiculous.
because and then it's almost like because here's what I was thinking too. So then all of the media that we use, right, that say we have to get Truth Social, but like he can say what he wants to on Truth Social. He ain't nice to people on Truth Social. You know what I'm saying? It's not like he's a diplomatic on there, right? It's like he giving people like weird stuff and weird names, man. And it's just concerning because again, what does this look like in the next 6 months? Not even next year, like well, that's next year, but you know what I'm saying? Like it's just the
Yeah,
next short
yeah.
period of time. Like what's the big thing that you didn't see coming that is now changed? Because that's my thing is when stuff like this change, it's hard to get it back to what it was. You know what I mean? Like once like late night, it was already being discussed, right? But I'm sure there was a different way of it being an exit, more digital, maybe different type of show. But like, I mean, he said Jimmy Fallon and those guys are next. And it's like, why would you not believe him? And then it's like, and then I thought about this. These companies have been in the knee. I listened to The Town. It's a podcast from Matt Bellamy. And he had a journalist on there. And he was saying, listen, this is only going to keep working if people don't fight back. He's like, these companies just keep bending the knee. And, you think this, what I'm about to say is not rocket science. Think about bullies, man. A bully don't take your lunch and be like, you know what, that was a good lunch. I'm gonna leave you alone tomorrow. It's like, what you got tomorrow? I'll be back. You know what I'm saying? They shake you down for more. So it's just, and you think it's these big, because I was thinking, what? I was trying to walk through the park. What if they said we're not doing it? And I know. Obviously, the obvious thing is they can hold up these deals. Like there's a lot of
Right.
deals on the table at the FCC.
You got
But it's
the Next Star deal.
yeah. You were talking about it before we started. Yeah,
They're trying to the Next Star is trying to buy Tegna.
Mm-hmm.
That's a $6 billion deal that can be held up.
Mm-hmm.
With what was it, Paramount and
Your
what was the
Skydance,
name
I
of
think.
Skydance? Yeah. Before that, and that's part of the reason why the whole
Yeah.
Colbert thing went down.
Yeah.
It's all about the almighty dollar. That's what's controlling all of this.
But also, I think this is what we always say about why voting is important because people don't think the government is involved. See, for example, this is a perfect example. There are deals happen all the time that the FCC has perhaps approved or had their finger on. We just never knew about, right? It just was they looked at it as, is this a good deal, yes or no? And you're just watching your show, your syndication, like nothing's happening. But we all have to understand that the government is a big part of what we do. They are involved. So when you don't vote or don't make any say so, you are giving up your right to let somebody else make decisions for you. You know what I'm saying? So that all this stuff makes sense. The president appoints the FCC, who then gets to do stuff like this and make memes about just getting rid of a guy, right? And I'm sure there are people on both sides of like saying Jimmy Kimmel went too far, or it's like he really didn't say too much. I think the aftermath is what's shocking me. Just like I ain't never seen this happen before. Because I mean, they was cooking. Bill Clinton was getting cooked.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, all the still get cooked. You know what I'm saying? It's what it is, man. Uh, but
That,
I was go ahead.
that was a part of the deal, though. That was,
When you like I said,
you're the president.
when you the
That's what happens.
boss, everybody talks about the boss.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just that's why people don't want to be the boss. They want to be the friends. They want to be in the gallery, doing all the talking because they know once you in charge, everybody got something to say, man. But that's part of it, right? That's why everybody can't be a leader because that's hard. Sometimes it's hard to take, right? Because everybody ain't gonna agree, and you got to know to move forward, even if people don't disagree. But then one part of being the president, as I understood it, I believe you have the same understanding, is even if I disagree with you, I'm still your president. So like if I still have to make sure that you and the people in your community have what they need,
Right.
that you and the people in your community are heard. I have to give you the space. That's what President Obama would do. I thought it was super cool. He would go to places where people didn't like him and just hear him out. You know what I'm saying? Like you would see town halls and they going in, and he just because he's their president. You know what I'm saying? So that's not gonna happen no time soon. But you think about what America was built on is right. It was the whole premise of America was to challenge was to be able to challenge the system freely, right? But depending on the life you want to live, the religion you want to practice, the whole premise of America, as I have been taught and told, was that then we can have this freedom of speech and freedom to live and freedom to be, and that the president will make sure that this is extended and extended for years. And it doesn't feel like that anymore. Like, I mean, this was, I mean, I don't, again, I feel like I don't want to be hyperbolic. I'm not trying to just like, get clickbait for likes. Cause I was really just like vexed about what we could talk about today because, you and I have been doing this for a while and we got takes and a lot of people have takes. And so what's going to be the line when like our take, again, they disagree with what we say, and maybe it doesn't come from the administration, but the people who support him start getting crazy in the comments. It's like, bro, relax. We apply, you know what I'm saying? But like that, people are now emboldened by this type of actions to do whatever they want to do, right? In the name of this is our leader, and we follow his thought and direction. So just we just got to be watchful and mindful. Like I'm not necessarily discouraged per se, but it is disheartening. You know what I mean? Because it's like so many people fought for these. Because you think about it, man. I'll say what it's today. My folks grew up, our folks, right, grew up in the civil rights era, and our folks grew up in the South, and it's like people always say, well, if I was then I'd have done X, Y, Z. No, you wouldn't have. You'd have done what they done because there wasn't no power behind you. Right.
Right.
There was nothing. People stood up, but they got killed and nobody looked the other, or whatever. And people just looked the other way. And it took all this years for the society to be like, hey, we all probably should not allow these things to be said, done, heard, read. You know what I'm saying? And like, if we are going back to that time frame, what does that then mean, right? Because as I keep saying, this ain't just the first step. This is a lot of things happening. You know what I mean? Like this is a restructuring of we've said it a few times as this is an unraveling of all that we know. So what is it going to be when this is all said and done? You know what I'm saying? Like people are already talking. He probably gonna try to get out of office. And even now, like as we talk about it, when this goes up on YouTube, we'll know what's gonna happen. We'll know who's gonna say, like how people are going to. This is going to be viewed. We're a little pod. The FCC's like, hey, they're done. Hey, man, seriously, we made it, mama. The FCC called us.
That would be cool though.
I mean, we'll be way to go out, right? Hey,
Yeah.
man, shut us down. You know what I'm saying? But when you think about civil rights movements and and just protest people, I think this is our moment though. This is our time to be like, you know what, we don't agree, man, and we just gonna we're gonna stand in the way. Because what else we gonna do, right?
Yeah.
I know you and I we are like minded on this. We're not gonna just like stop having our pod and stop doing what we do. Just because y'all out here threatening people, man. We from Chicago, man. We don't take threats lightly. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't. So, yeah, we just gonna do what we do. Dr. Williams, I'm gonna call him tomorrow. Let's get to it. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying?
absolutely.
We know what it is because we can't stop, man, because I refuse to live in fear. I have my sons quote a verse from the Bible, God's not giving us a spirit of fear because I don't want them living in fear. Like you can't. Because fear make you like these multi-billion-dollar companies are bending the knee for a deal. And it's like, I hear people are like canceling Disney Plus subscription. I didn't think about that. That ain't crossed my mind. I was like, you know what? I oughta, but I like Marvel too much. So, I'm sorry. I got to pick a different
You got it.
protest.
No, you got it.
I got protest. I got to be right.
protest,
Okay.
man.
I got protest.
You got to protest, man.
So I had to borrow somebody's love.
No, what's that? Hulu?
Yeah, no,
ESPN?
man. I just got on this Apple TV, man. Come on, man.
Well, Apple hasn't done anything yet.
Shout
I
out
think
to
we're safe.
Apple.
We're safe with Apple right now.
Cool, man. Cool.
Until something big happens with them.
Yeah, like the new iPhone deals coming up. He's like, Trump was like, nah, fire everybody black. What?
But yeah, you got to think about that. That's a way of protest.
Yeah, and that's just what it's gonna have to be. Like I think we are past the time of just going, ooh, that's messed up, and living our lives, right? Because if we don't stop it now, it'll never stop.
Yeah.
We have to, I think one of our first episodes was personal protest. And I think we all, all jokes aside, like, we have to think about it. Like if we see these companies, like the Target boycott. Jeez. The Target boycott was a perfect example, right? Of, hey man, something gotta change. And if y'all not gonna do it, we're gonna do it for you. And I think that was a powerful protest still going, right? I mean, I ain't looked at a Target in months, and it's like they've taken the hit because our voices and our dollars matter. I think I encourage everybody that's listening, like think of your way to protest because this is for real, and this is coming down your street. And I noticed some people who are, the contrarians out there who are like, this is a good thing, y'all don't understand. Shut up. There you go. What I got. Shut up.
It's a lot of those people out there, though.
Hey man, bro,
That's crazy.
I've had to unfollow a few people, bro.
People I wouldn't have thought.
I've had to unfollow a few people because it's like y'all wilding. So it's cool. I got no friends. We ain't really friends no way. I just see you on the book. It's cool. But one thing like we touched on this earlier, just about disagreements and conflict. When I took a psychology class when I was in college, talked about like a positive conflict, and that sometimes that's good conflict, right? It's like you're able to discuss, and you and I we joke, but a lot of times we disagree on stuff. Like Sarah cracks up. That's her favorite part because you and I have the perspective on it. But then we keep it pushing. We spend a few minutes trying to convince the other person, and we just go, guess what? You're wrong. I'm right. we moved along, right? And I think that is just something I wish that we can get back to. Just being able to disagree, because it feels like you can't disagree with anybody anymore. Like people are so defensive and offended so easily. And also, I mean, and it's not by mistake or like it's not warranted. Now you say something that your thoughts and actions now determine who you are. You could have just kind of had a disagreement, but now you are typecast as a certain person. That's just kind of where we are right now. And unfortunately, it does feel like we got to pick a side.
Yeah.
You can't be lukewarm on this one. You know what I'm saying? You kind of gotta pick a side because this is some right and wrong here. This isn't just like perspective. It isn't like, well, I think the government should spend money like this. I think we're like, no, this is like, hey, man, they're gonna let us talk or not.
Right.
They can control how we do this and how we move. Because think about it, as what we've been talking about the last few weeks, the history museums being changed, right? Curriculums being changed, statues being taken down. Now the public media, right? The rescission of the funds for the public media. Like they were supposed to be the fair media. They
Yeah.
didn't have a side. Right. They didn't even have a side. And they took all their money. So you see what I'm saying? Like by this rhetoric, you would keep the money in the public funding, right? It's like, but of course, they just state the facts. And some of the facts are
Yeah.
so get them out the paint, right? So that's unfortunate. But this stuff ain't gonna last long. I wholeheartedly believe like this stuff gonna have a course correction, quick, fast, and in a hurry, man. So uh, this is a mini public.
Well,
Go
the
ahead.
course correction is in November 26th.
Yeah, and I hope people seeing this.
Yeah.
Like I hope all the people who were single issue voters, all the people who just were like, it's nothing. What are you talking about? And I hope you see. It's been 2 years of this. At that point, it'll be 2 years,
Yeah.
and stuff won't be the same. So all we can do, and again, that's the thing too. Say if it does go in a way where there's more checks in place, because ain't no balance. So let's put some checks in place at that point. It's just gonna be a messy 2 years. As you understand that?
Yeah.
That those following two is gonna be like, that's all it's gonna be. Congress did this, and Trump said no. Trump did this, you know what I'm saying? That's what it's gonna be for 2 years, man. But I hope we all are paying attention to what's happening.
If you're Kimmel, what do you do going forward here? Because ABC,
You
I guess ABC spokesperson said that they're hopeful that they'll move forward and that the show will come back.
Yeah.
But
Well,
do you want to come back
well,
at that point?
well. So here's the thing. You feel disrespected, right? It's like after all I'm done for this, for y'all. Obviously, y'all paid me, but y'all got something back in return. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I think for it just to be like, you throw me out so this guy won't make you mad, then that means we're not a team. You know what I'm saying? Like I thought we was rocking together. You couldn't say, hey, listen, okay, maybe he said XYZ, but this is our guy. We'll work something out. It was like, okay, sorry, sir. It's like, wait, we've been cool for years. We were working together. So all that to say is I could understand if he was like, I'm out, what I'm saying, I'm never coming back. But I think there's value in doing the Colbert thing where it's like, all right, I'm out in a year, but guess what? Y'all get these raps. y'all gonna get this heat for a year. So I think if Jimmy comes back with a plan to like he comes back planning an exit, if that makes sense, right? This was an unplanned exit. But if I think if he comes back and says, listen, I'm gonna get a podcast popping in 6 months. I'm gonna come, do this for what I gotta do and just be on the air and letting it fly, knowing that now he understands the exit. That's what I think. What's your thoughts?
I'm not really worried about Jimmy all that much. Jimmy
Yeah.
Kimmel's gonna be fine.
He fine right now. He probably on a boat somewhere.
He's gonna be just fine. What I worry about is the people, his staff,
Yeah.
the production assistants, the associate producers,
Yeah. Like this ain't job.
stage managers, the camera people, those people, man. That's who I worry about. The people that aren't getting paid millions of bucks, to do the job. So yeah, hopefully they're taken care of during this thing.
Yeah.
And ABC and Disney doesn't forget about them. So
Well, let's hope, man.
that's
But
my thing.
the way they acting, they like who? We'll find more people
Exactly.
to
Yeah.
do the. So
Yeah.
I ain't got a lot of confidence in the conglomerates right now, bro. But again, that's why power to the people. And I think it's time to really be thoughtful about what we're gonna stand up for. Like shout out to my church, man. Like that's what our pastor talks about often. Just like we just can't sit and let this happen or sit and watch it happen. Like there's stuff you can do, right, in your communities and what have you. Shout out to Native Land Pod. They talk about this often. That's Angela Rod, Tiffany Cross, I can't think of Andrew Gillum. They're always talking about like just like ways that each individual can can fight back and show that they are interested in what happens in the future, right? There's ways to do this and not just go, ooh, that's horrible. Nah, man. I think you can make we were joking about it, but truly, like, can't y'all this what you do? We cancel the subscription. You know what I'm saying? You Zuckerberg do this, I'm off Facebook. You know what I'm saying? You ain't getting none of my stuff. Right. Even if we gotta promote the pod or something, I'm out. You know what I mean? And just because. And I think there's so many ways we can do that and we got to stick to it, right? Just because people need to see, because again, people only get away with it if you let them. And if one day you draw that line, they can't get away with it anymore, man. So that's where we are with this. But don't want to leave you guys on a down note. I don't think it's a down note, really. I think it's more. Hopefully, this is just more inspiring and also just an inflection point of sorts. Like, hey, let's figure out where we are for real. You know what I'm saying? And move forward accordingly. Like we can joke, we can laugh, we have all the fun we gotta have, but also we gotta be mindful of the state that we're in and what's going on. And then we have to determine the steps we want to take moving forward. Because we just can't take this line down. It's not just about us either, right? It's not just about it's about children, nephews, nieces, you know what I'm saying, our communities, people we are never going to meet. Right? It's about them. And we have to be mindful of that. Like I think once you think of it from that standpoint, hopefully it inspires you and encourages you to think about what you can do and the group of people that you are around, what you all can do together. So I encourage you to do that. So before we get out of here, man, I want to leave people on a happy note. We haven't done it in the 90s in a while. So here we go. In the 90s.
I'm born into the 90s.
So I was thinking about this the other day, man. Because we talk about music a lot within the 90s. We did like, the R&B groups, what have you. But I was thinking about, remember they had the single cassettes? They used to come out. And it's like, it'll be the one song, then it'll be the radio version, then it'll be the album version, then it'll be the acapella version, the instrumental, right? And I think I told the story before.
The remix.
Of course, a remix. And I remember, I think I told you this before. Gotta Get Yours, MC Breed. Still love that song to this day. And I was like 14 maybe. And, I'm in my parents' house. They wasn't really big on me playing music loud, especially rap. But if I played it low enough and it wasn't cussing, you know what I'm saying? I could get away with it. So again, you know the story. But for people who are new to this pod, it's playing it. MC Breed, gotta get mine. You gotta get yours. I'm in the room cleaning up. My dad goes, "Hey son, get XYZ for me." Cool. Go outside, and I'm by my window, and I hear the radio version go off, and the album version comes on, and my room is across from my parents, and it's blankety blanks, bloopity bloops, and I hear pops hit stop on the on the tape play, and I was like, "Yeah, I'm so dead." Sneak in, because he was gonna try to get me, as he was gonna try to go. So, boom. So this is what you listen to in my house, son, right? But I got it just in time. I rewound back to the radio version. So when he came in, boom. This is what you listen to. I went, "Whatever do you mean, kind sir? That's okay." He was looking like
that didn't work.
It did, because he was like, he said, "Don't play that in my house." Hey man, no problems here, dog. But I was thinking about R. Kelly's Bump and Grind. So, because that's what made me think about this. I had the old tape, and it's like you had the Bump and Grind, the album version, Bump and Grind radio, Bump and Grind, the old school mix, the How I Feel It mix, the extended mix. You know what I'm saying? And it's like all different versions, man. And I think the DJs love the single version, because they can mix it properly, do what they got to do, man. But that's something I do miss going, because at a point they started making you buy the whole album. You wanted it for one song, and it was like, nah. But the singles was perfect. I like this song and all versions of said song. I can hear it on repeat and repeat, man. So
Well,
that's
yeah, sometimes the remix versions were better than the album version. So you wanted to get the single.
and but too, people started getting lazy with the remix. Remember, the remix used to be Man Shot the Kells. The remix was a whole different song. It's like a completely different song, you know what I'm saying? But then the remix started being like you just ask somebody that's rapping. It's like this is not a remix. They put a dude that raps.
But no, sometimes it was a different beat, but the same lyrics. And
No, I'm telling you, it started to be a point where like the remix was, all these 4, 5 rappers, and it was the same beat and everything. It wasn't like the tempo was a spit. Like Drew Hill. So okay, get your favorite remixes in your mind. I mean, this is obviously we just do it top of our head. But I'm thinking about "Sleeping in My Bed" by Drew Hill, right? Okay,
okay,
because I was talking about this with my son Chase. I had to Chase because I was explaining what a remix was. I was like, it's you have the song, and then you take bits and pieces of the song and make another song out of that one. So I played Drew Hill "Sleeping in My Bed." Probably, don't judge me. I was trying to prove a point to my son, and so
and he
slow
was like,
version, slow
what
jazz.
is this?
He really was like, Dad, I'm out, yo, I'm out, pops. But then I played the Drew Hill remix, and I'm like, I'm in the crib like something like, now this is a remix, son. He was like, yeah, I'm going upstairs, pops. Like, don't disrespect my music. I mean, like another remix, like Pastor Cavassier, right? The album version, it's not that great, but the remix is insane. You know what I'm saying?
That's a
It's
good one.
just that's a great one. You got one?
Remix. Well,
Lot
Biggie,
of
one more chance.
oh
The
yeah.
version that turned into basically the radio version was the remix. It was a remix.
Yeah.
The
I
album
remember,
version is a different track.
dude, do you remember that song? Well, that song was everywhere. It's like it was coming out of everybody's cars. You know what I'm saying? Everywhere you walked, man.
Yeah.
You know what? I think Lounging, that's a remix. Who Do You Love? That's a remix. Yeah. Wow. That is a remix. It's probably songs that's a remix. You don't think it is, but it is. And that's from the joint they released.
Wow. Well, there were I think there were a few versions of that
Yeah.
song.
Yeah, very true, very true.
Yeah.
But yeah, but I mean, it's a lot of remixes, man. And I believe a remix is like I said, it's the original essence of the song, but it's like flipped around, like R. Kelly got a gang of remixes. That's kind of he became a remix dude. Just you knew it like Down Low, right? It's like you got the original joint,
The download remix was
and
really
then you got
good.
the remix, a
Yeah,
whole different
yeah.
song, man. So you can't
The
beat that.
download remix was better than the album version.
Very true.
Yeah.
Very true. Like, oh, hey, even Ignition, right? It's like both of them hit. Step in the Name of Love, the remix, the original songs is a hit, but the remix is the one that set the world on fire. You know what I'm saying? So,
My favorite, and this is gonna be crazy because
well,
man, we've probably why are we talking about R. Kelly at this
because
moment?
Trump president, we talk about
My favorite R. Kelly song is
yeah.
the remix to the Gotham City.
What? For real?
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
hilarious. I ain't got
yeah.
no money.
And I ain't got no friends. Looks like my world's coming to
Think
an
it is.
end.
Think it is.
Yes.
That's a jam, though. That's a jam.
Yeah, yeah,
Jam. That's a
yeah.
jam, man. No, but but the remixes you can't.
I can't listen to it no more, but it's all good. It's all good.
Hey man, they let Trump win. You can listen to it. Uh, now, but I think the remix. You made a good point today. The single was for the remix. It's like
Yeah.
that's because that wasn't gonna be on the album version.
That was more revenue coming in.
Yeah,
That's what that was
because
about.
they knew what they were doing right. It's like they know that you're not gonna put on a regular album. They got more run out of the song remixing it, man. I think well we want he who should not be named rhymes with Biddy. He did a lot of the remixes, and it's like now those I'm like man, they got those in the garbage. I can't even listen to those, man. I was trying to think who else is known for remixes. I mean that's the thing. I don't think people weren't doing remixes like they should. But I'm sure as people are listening, they thinking their favorite remix right now. We just can't think of it. But you know, but I miss those singles, man. Back in the '90s, getting those from Tower Records and all the other stuff. Best Buy, shout out to Circuit City,
Yeah,
everything out
you
there,
can get it
man.
when you didn't have no money. 'Cause singles only cost like $2.99.
Yeah, man. And I mean,
Uh,
it's just like that's your favorite song. And I'm telling you, the best thing that ever happened to us was the playlist Cause like you walking around with all these tapes going to school. You know what I'm saying? You
Remember
gotta
that?
make your
Well,
own. Got to make your own tapes, but that was a whole project.
later on in the 90s, you had the big CD books
Oh,
that you had to, carry everywhere.
so my folks were cleaning out their stuff in the basement, and so I was cleaning out some stuff, CD books, boxes of cassettes. I'm just like, I'm not even gonna look at this.
There's no need for it now.
Yeah, I'm saying it's
No
like
need
I
for
kept
it.
I kept the CDs because it was like that was like my life, man. Like I remember packing up for college, I had crates, dog, of just CDs and tapes. I mean, more. It was like as much as my stuff. My mother was like, "Dude, we are carrying more music." I was like Bilal from House Party, like yo. It's just all these records, man, all these CDs. You know what I'm saying? And it was like, I want to hear this song. Okay, I'm telling you, playlist, the best thing that ever happened to us, dude. Because now it's like, yes, I want to hear this song next to this one after that. Once you can make your own CD, and I mean, truly, the iPod right now, Apple Music, just on your phone, can't beat it. Just music all day, the way you
It's a
want, the way you
great
like.
investment. Whenever you want it, you can just pop it up, and
Hey,
that's it.
man. So come on, Apple, don't bend the knee, please, because then we got to let y'all go. That's a whole. I listen to y'all a little bit too much. Come on, please don't. You and Spotify, y'all gotta don't bend the knee, please, please. So that's our episode today. Thank you for checking out the Super Duper Pod. We do not take your listens lightly. Make sure you follow us on all socials, SUPADVPAPOD. What up, Sarah? And online at HP53productions.com and on YouTube at HP53 Productions. Remember, stand strong, stand tall, right? You can do it, and we can do it together. Make sure you take care of yourselves and each other. Hey, mama, this is the Super Duper Podcast.
I've been up late with demons in my basement trying to get me to hate this life, thinking I should be further, and then I choke up. As soon as I got silent, then the truth spoke up. They said, how you know you ain't perfect? Let that soak up and soak in. You know how you know that you blessed? I woke